Good call. Good call. Oh, that robe. Look at you. Don't murder me, please. Oh. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Quiz Night America. My name is Jason Lederman. I'm your host for this evening. We had a little technical glitch there, but that's okay. This is live. We are playing along. We're having fun. I have the honor of making the first introduction of the night. Of course, we're going to play 4 rounds of trivia. We've got 2 hosts and 2 great guests. And our second host is here. His name is Cullen Shaw. Hello, Cullen Shaw.
Hello, Jason Lederman.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. I missed you last week. It's good to see your face.
I missed you too. It's good to see you as well. I like your hat. Your signature blue hat. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I figured I was just going to wear a blue hat. That's what I'm going to do now.
I wore my blue sweater so that we would match.
Thank you. It's very kind of you. How were you last week?
I was good. I was feeling a little under the weather. Now I'm feeling great. I'm good to go. I'm excited to be here. And Cullen, a big part of that is our guest this week.
Great guest this week.
Really great guests this week. Truly 2 of the most phenomenal human beings that I know. So let me bring them in right now. Our first guest is named Claire Maldarelli. And here she is. Hello, Claire.
Hello.
Yay.
Good to see you all.
Good to see you as well. Let me make a quick introduction, Cullen, for you and for all of our tens of fans out there playing along tonight. Claire Maldarelli is the science editor at Popular Science and the host of PopSci's newest podcast, Ask Us Anything. Claire has been an editor of Popular Science for 5 years. In fact, she started only 1 month before I was brought on, so we have known each other for a very long time. In addition to editing, writing, and reporting on science, Claire is also a professional hypochondriac, which we'll get into, and an amateur distance runner. Last spring, her running team was set to run from Santa Monica to Las Vegas as part of a global event called the Speed Project, and now she's just hoping to run a marathon sometime before the next pandemic hits. So this is Claire Maldarelli, everybody. Round of applause, please.
Wow, thanks,
Wild
Jason.
applause. No problem.
Wow.
Claire, so you are the science editor, formerly the health editor, and a professional hypochondriac. Tell me a little bit about how doing all of this research into science can either help or maybe even hurt your efforts as a hypochondriac.
Yeah, definitely. I think my hypochondria set in when I was a little kid, but I think it reached its peak, I guess, when I went scuba diving and thought I got the bends and called my mom at 3:00 in the morning and was like, I need to go into a hypobaric chamber because I definitely have the bends. So I think that sort of propelled my career into health journalism. And now I just get to research crazy diseases and talk to doctors and other experts who assure me that I do not have any of these conditions, which is great for me. It's way cheaper than just going to the doctor every week or whatever. So, my job.
So let me ask you, you're the host of Ask Us Anything, the newest podcast from Popular Science. What is maybe your favorite thing that you've been asked so far? What thing has been, new to you in doing your research?
Yes, we had a question that asked, is there a single food that you can survive on forever? And I thought it would be easy to answer, but it turns out it's quite complex and it involves hundreds of potatoes daily.
I mean, that sounds like a dream. I'm not going to lie to you. I love potatoes.
I suppose.
And not to be one of those people, but I just got an air fryer.
Oh.
So now I have a place to cook all of my potatoes, all of my hundreds of potatoes per day.
In multiple different ways.
Exactly.
Possibilities are endless.
Endless. Claire, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to bring in our second guest of the evening. He goes by seeKKandPHInd on Twitch, and here he is. Hello, Seek.
Hey, what's going on, Jason? How's it going?
I'm good. It's good to see you, my friend.
Always a pleasure, man.
Let me introduce Seek again to Cullen and our throngs of audience members. This is seeKKandPHInd, a family-friendly variety Twitch streamer from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. He is a member of the official Jackbox streamer team, and he is an event planner by profession. He hosts game nights with a spirit of hospitality and fun. You can catch him most nights of the week at twitch.tv/seeKKandPHInd, as you can see there in his username. So Seek, welcome so much. Let me ask you, how does one go about becoming a member of the official Jackbox streamer team? Because I love Jackbox games and I would love to be paid to play them, but I don't even know where to start in that process.
First I'm honored to be on the team, but I'm probably the worst person to ask that because I was starting on Twitch very early on, and I was just very curious of just seeing people with the word team, like they're on a team. I was like, how does one go about being on a team? And I was like, and I watched a whole bunch of Jackbox streamers. So I was like, well, I guess I'll send an email to Jackbox. Like, hey, I see a bunch of people on the Jackbox team. I was wondering, how does one join the team? And then they reached out to me. It's like, oh, we looked at your content and we love to have you on the Jackbox team. And I was like, well, that's not exactly what I was getting at, but I'm super grateful.
I wasn't asking, but if you're offering, I'm not going to say no.
So yeah, I'm still kind of a baby on the team, but super super excited. But I think generally speaking, you just end up, I guess you can send an email to them, like let them know that you're interested, and you can kind of go from there to check out your content. And if you can get recommendations from other like people on the team, then cool. So.
Okay. And do you know, Jackbox has, they've become known over the last year for their party packs. They just announced Party Pack 8. In the first 7 party packs that are currently publicly available, do you have a favorite game?
Oh yeah, Gaspionage. Hands down. Party Pack 3. It's just something, it has big card sharks energy if you're a game show aficionado like myself. So it's, something about guessing the percentages and going that way. It's like, it's a super, super fun game to play.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's an audience heavy game where you ask the audience a question and then have to guess what percentage of the audience will respond in a certain way.
For sure.
And I can see your medals in the background. My fiance is saying that we are medal twins with her medals, or you two are medal twins. Her medals in the background and your medals in the background.
I was gonna say, are those your medals? I was like, I
have 2 medals. I'll move my webcam for Jed. Those are my medals up at the top. These are all Lexi's medals down on the bottom in frame. Not like that was definitely planned or anything.
We love it.
Seek, we're 6 episodes in, and Jason has highlighted some trophy in his room every time. It's usually his karaoke trophy. But
you mean this?
Oh, you're talking
this whole thing? This whole thing that I won for singing? Listen, listen, Cullen.
Yes, Jason.
You are the founder of New York City Karaoke League.
I am. Yeah. So
that is your fault.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it's now a thing now, it's because now there's going to come an episode where he doesn't do it and everyone's going to be like worried. It's like, hey, so where's the trophy?
Have you all seen those memes where they say, what's one thing that you could tweet that everyone would know that you're in trouble?
Yeah.
Like if you've been kidnapped, somebody stole your phone, you only have one tweet. If I come on this show and I don't show off my trophies, something is wrong.
Or I don't like potatoes.
Yeah. Or I don't like. Exactly. I'm not eating hundreds of potatoes a day.
I'm with you on the air fryer.
Claire is. I am 100% healthy and I feel great.
Oh man.
Folks, head on over, but we should have said this earlier. Head on over to Q&A, that's quiznighteamerica.thetrivialist.com. If you want to play along with us live tonight, we have our Twitch stream there. You can chat in the Twitch chat. Let us know that you're here, that you're playing along. Or if you're watching us on Facebook or on YouTube, feel free to play along in the comments on those platforms. We are streaming there live as well. And we'll be so glad to see you anywhere, as long as you are playing along and having fun with us. That's the most important thing. Yes. Q&A.thetrivialist.com to play along. Let us know if you're on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube in the comments of those respective platforms. Let's move on to round number 1 tonight. Round number 1 is a bit of a wordplay round. It's something I'm very excited about. It's called capitonyms. And capitonyms are words where it's 2 different words, but they're spelled exactly the same. And the only difference is if the first letter is capitalized or not. And so the example I'll give you right now, I'll give you 2. The first one is, in the most populous country in the world, you might eat off of this fancy flatware. That would be China and China, but capital C China, little c China. Mm-hmm. Another thing about capitonyms is they could also be pronounced differently. So, for example, if I said, this biblical figure who was beset to Satan by God continued on with his daily labors, that would be Job. Again, spelled the same, but capital versus not capital. So that's the game. 2 words spelled exactly the same, but they may not be pronounced the same way. Please, for this round, capital is always in the first answer slot. Lowercase is always in the second. First answer, capital. Second answer, lowercase. So that's the game. Here we go. Let's move into round number 1. And again, head to Q&A.thetrivialist.com to play along with us live on our leaderboard. Question number 1. One of Shakespeare's plays could have gone very differently if it was set in a small village rather than in a castle in Denmark. The timer is ticking down now. Please, your capital answer in the first slot, your lowercase answer in the second one. And our timer is up. Anybody want to take a shot at this one, what it might be?
That was a hard one, Jason. I haven't
I'm
thought about
sorry,
Shakespeare
Claire.
since high school. I focus on diseases.
I thought you were about to say Disney for some reason, and so diseases really threw me just through a loop.
Oh man.
Cullen, seek any guesses at what this one might be?
I put a Hamlet. Is my answer.
That's it. It's Hamlet for number one.
Love it.
38% of our players getting both of those correct, but stumping nearly 63%. I was going to say more than 60% and then said nearly and had to stumble. So nearly 63% of players, or 62% of players if you want to be exact. Question number 2. During these 40 days of observance in many Christian faiths, one might allow a friend to borrow an item.
Oh.
Are we feeling a little better about this one than the previous one?
A little bit.
Okay.
There's hope for me yet.
Just pretend that this is that this was question number 1. We'll all ignore question number 1, except the people who got that point. They will not ignore it, but the rest of us, the 62% of us, will keep going. So question number 2, Claire, seek. What are you thinking?
Lent.
Gotta do Lent.
Lent. That's it.
Lent.
Well done. And those same 62% now getting both right. Well done.
So that's the justice that we need in this world right there.
That's right. That's the Zack Snyder's Justice League that we're all really looking for. Question number 3. I always forget to do this, so I'm doing it now. I'm putting us into the person who's talking gets to be big format. Sorry for people who are listening to the podcast if that doesn't make sense. I have just made my own video bigger because apparently showing off a karaoke trophy was not enough for my ego. Question number 3 in our Capitonyms round. During 1 month of the year, we went on an organized walk to promote awareness of a cause. What is this Capitonym? 2 words that are spelled the same, but one is capitalized and one is not.
So Jason, was this a you Googled this, or you just were laying awake at night and just dreaming of words?
I have a passion, Cullen, this may surprise you, for trivia, and particularly an affinity for wordplay. And so I stumbled across a round that was of this genre and said, oh, that's fun. I wonder if I can come up with some questions. Nice. And about 12 minutes later, here we were. Because I put a lot of preparation into this show, Cullen.
We're getting your best 12 minutes.
Oh yes, always, always. You can ask my fiance. That's what our first date was like. 12 minutes of just pure conversation bliss. Question number 3 was March. 46% of teams getting that right. Question number 4. Our world, which is mostly made of dirt.
Oh, heck yeah, I got this one.
Oh, science editor coming in strong for this. Years of training going into this trivia question. The timer is ticking down. There's just a few seconds left to get these answers in. And folks, we are locked in for question number 4. Claire Maldarelli, science editor at Popular Science. What is the answer to this?
The Earth.
That's it. Earth.
Good old Mother Earth.
We love it. We love the dirt and we love the planet. Question number 5. A person of Eastern European descent wanted to make some metal shinier. I feel like this is the quintessential caponym. It was the first one that I thought of.
Mm-hmm.
That's annoying, Jason. I don't know.
I'm sorry, Claire.
Yeah, I just drew a blank.
I don't
Jason.
have the same brain as you.
It took a second, but man,
Okay, at least one
kudos.
person got it on the stream who is not me, and that makes me feel just a little better. I thought of it.
Roll.
I thought of it because I am of this descent. Claire is Irish, I know,
Yes.
and so Cullen, I don't actually know where your ancestors are from. Presumably,
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of all over Europe in there.
yeah. Presumably, they are not from Poland because this is Polish polish.
Right.
Oh gosh.
It's set well with Jason because he likes to polish his karaoke trophy.
That's we're getting some viewers over on Twitch saying hi, literally hello from Huff Puff Duck. Hello, Duck. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here.
I kind of like the YouTube beef that's happening. I
wasn't going to bring it up, but if you want to, go ahead.
I mean, I think it's awesome trolling. We have the legendary John Bones Jones, mixed martial arts champion, and then his all-time rival lets us know that hey, it doesn't suck. So John Bones Jones thinks that the stream sucks, but Daniel Cromier does not. Anyway, I think being a part of some MMA beef is a good thing. I'm all about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if there's one thing we're known for here at Quiz Night America, the trivia show, it's our MMA beef that we always produce. I can't wait for that to become a running bit. So question number 5, Polish polish. Question number 6. In a Peruvian city, one might find these beans. What kind of beans might you find in a Peruvian city in this caponym round?
I don't know. I don't think about beans ever.
Claire, I have a question, and it would be a good podcast. Is how many types of beans are there?
I don't know.
Well, that's for a future Ask Us Anything. I don't need to know the answer right now.
Is that
I'm sorry
the format
if I
of the podcast? You ask Claire a question. I don't know.
Every episode is very short. Question number 6. The answer is Lima Lima.
Oh, all right. But you know what? Those are said differently. You know, Lima, Lima.
Yeah. No,
Did
we
you
went
say
over that.
We did. We did. Okay.
We did. Job and Job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So they can be pronounced differently. It's a good thing to know going into the final 2 questions of this round. Here's question number 7. This city in the south of France is said to be lovely.
Nailed it.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. You've got this, Colin.
I know.
All right, our timer has ended. Claire, what is the answer?
Nice. Nice.
Nice, nice. Well done. That's question number 7 in the books. 60% of our teams getting Nice and 53% getting nice. So somebody forgot to answer the lowercase answer. That's okay. That's okay. You can do anything you want here, Quiz Night America. It's
question's so nice they didn't name it twice.
Yeah. A question so nice they did it twice. I'm sorry. Nobody should let me have a podcast. This was a mistake, Cullen. Question number 8. This is the final question of the round. This Alabama town is a hotspot for smartphones, and this question is worth 3 points if you can get it.
You nailed it, Jason. 3 points.
Well done.
Thank you.
I'll give everybody a hint. It is not Nice Nice. That was in France. That was a different question.
Is it Greenbow?
Yeah, it's Auburn.
Oh, that was close.
You got it in?
Just got it.
All right, Seek, what is it?
I'm always on my mobile when I'm in Mobile.
That's it. Mobile. Just 1/3 of teams getting both answers correct. Well done. Let's take a look at our scoreboard after round number 1. We have a 3-way tie for first place between 2 different members of Squirtle Squad and Home Alone.
Ooh.
And then tied for 4th place, Claire, Cullen, and Seek, along with BRB plotting my 4th husband's tragic accidental death. It could be anybody. It doesn't have to be my fiance. It could be anybody. There's no way of knowing, really. Let's go into round number 2 tonight. Round number 2 is called Ask Us Anything. It's going to be hosted by Claire Maldarelli. And Claire, these are all things that you learned while researching your podcast, correct?
It is. I know all the answers to this one, so that's exciting. But
exciting.
Yes, they are all parts of the script. So if you've listened to the podcast, you should know the answers. But if you didn't, you'll probably still know the answers. I'm an easy teacher. I hope. I think.
Or you'll learn something and be encouraged to keep listening to new episodes, which come out when?
They come out every Tuesday and Thursday for the next 6 weeks.
Oh, a limited series, season 1.
Oh my.
You heard it here, probably not first, but you definitely heard it here. All right, Claire, let's move into round number 2.
All right. So I read this, right, Jason? This is my first time. First podcast host ever. Okay.
Read out the questions and the answers.
Okay, I'm ready. So everyone requires different protein needs. Things like your height, weight, and how much you exercise all influence how much protein your body needs. But the average male weighing 160 pounds would need about 58 grams of protein per day. How many chicken legs would this person need to eat to reach their daily protein needs? 4, 5, 10, or 25?
Is this the entire leg?
I would not include
I don't think it
the
includes
bone.
the bone. I hope it doesn't include the bone.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I've been eating chicken wrong my entire life.
The whole of my life incorrect.
Claire, what is the answer to question number 1?
The answer is 5.
Oh, go with your gut. Yeah.
5 chicken legs a day keeps the doctor away.
I have 5 chicken legs every day for breakfast, so this is perfect. I make it in my air fryer with my hundreds of potatoes.
Yes, Jason, living the dream.
Jason,
yes.
Big Gaston energy here.
And Claire, you ready for question 2?
I'm ready. Let's do
All
it.
right.
All right. If you've ever wondered what would happen if you fell into a black hole, we devote an entire episode to this question on Ask Us Anything. And the answer might surprise you, as will the physics term that goes with it. In fact, physics, as serious of a subject as it is, has some pretty wackadoodle, I put in that word, I loved it, terms. Which of the following is not an astrophysics term? The ninja effect, love theory, spaghettification, or ghost particle?
Ghost Particles just making me think about a little bit of Tom Cruise
Yeah.
and
Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
But, and spaghetti's just making me hungry.
I feel like I have it down to 2, and I'll be honest with you, I'm guessing between these two.
I'm curious which your 2 that you're guessing between, Jason.
Okay, so the timer has locked, so we can reveal the answer. I was guessing between the ninja effect and love theory.
Nice. I put those 2 in. I added love theory to trick everyone.
Oh, does that mean that that's real?
Should I reveal the answer?
Yes, you can reveal the answer.
The ninja effect is not an astrophysics term, but love theory is, and I could try to explain it to you, but maybe I'll just save it for a new episode.
Oh, there you go. Exclusives here on Quiz Night America.
But if you did fall into a black hole, you would get spaghettified.
Not an astro. So we need basic reading comprehension here. Got it. So
Yeah, so I was doing the same thing. I was like, I know this one, and I think, yeah, Huff Puff Duck knew it as well. And then it was like, which one is not? And I'm like, this isn't going to go well.
Sorry, guys.
All right.
All right. Go on the next one. Yeah, let's get it.
On an episode of Ask Us Anything, we investigate whether you can survive on a single food for the rest of your life. This question reminds me of some pretty insane diets that exist now and have existed throughout history. Which of the following is not, I repeat, not a fad diet that has been talked about in the popular press? The whipped cream diet, cabbage soup diet, Halo Top ice cream diet, or the Twinkies diet?
Claire, thank you for emphasizing the not, because it was my turn. I don't know what the right answer is.
I'm on board with most of these.
Right.
I almost didn't answer. Got all excited.
Claire, what is the answer?
The whipped cream diet. I made it up myself. Although I think it does sound like a fantastic diet.
Those are just
whippets. Calling this a family-friendly show.
I think some people will do that diet. Not anyway.
Moving on.
Anywho. All right, next question. Staying on that idea of whether you can survive on a single food forever, the first big obstacle you'd run into is making sure that you get all your amino acids you need to survive. Amino acids are organic proteins that make up the components of all the proteins in our bodies. Our bodies are capable of making some of these 20 amino acids, but not all. The ones we can't make are called essential. How many essential amino acids are there? 7, 8, 9, or 10?
Man, talk about favoritism.
I know that there are 20 amino acids. Will that help me at all? I know it's fewer than that. Oh, we've got some Cullen fans in the house.
Isaiah Bryant. Hello, Izzy. Good to see you. I asked Izzy about joining the show, and he thought that he was not good enough at trivia to join. But
Izzy,
I don't think I'm good enough at trivia.
Izzy, we would love for you to play along with us. It would be our honor and privilege to have you. As Claire Maldarelli, science editor at Popular Science, lets us know how many essential amino acids there are.
It's 9.
So you went odd with the chicken legs. So I thought you might go even.
I went for 10. I was like, it's going to be about half.
That's smart, Jason. I mean, 9 is almost half.
That's true. I just chose the wrong one then.
Exactly.
Huff Puck Duck got a question correct. Well done.
Yay. Okay. Everyone loves sleep, or at least I do. And while some people try to or are forced to, say if they have a newborn baby around, get away with less sleep. We explain on an episode of Ask Us Anything why we need 8 hours of sleep in a night. If you added all those nights up over a lifetime, how much of your time did you spend asleep? Half of your life, a third of your life, a fourth of your life, or a fifth of your entire life?
Claire, the first video you and I ever worked on
Yes,
at Popular
we did,
Science
Jason. Good times.
was about this exact thing. And somewhere in my home office is a script that you autographed. I wrote, "To Jason, you are pop sci." And it's one of my most prized possessions that I definitely know where it is, somewhere in this home office.
Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. We also did that video on concussions, and I was convinced that the word concussed wasn't a word, and you're like, it's definitely a word. And I was like, no, it's not.
And here we are. Look how far we've come and how much we've grown in the last 5 years. Claire, what's the answer to question number 5?
A third of your life spent asleep.
So
many people got it.
Can I tell you how I got that one?
Did you do math?
I did math.
Yes, math.
I thought it was a trick question because you brought up the newborn. I know that the last 5 years of my life, I don't think I've slept anywhere close to 8 hours in a night because of my children. So I didn't know if it was factoring in, but I think as a baby, I probably would have slept a lot. I don't know. I overthought it and then just did the math.
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know. You sleep a whole lot when you're a baby.
You
and
do,
I think,
unless you're...
when you're old, I think you're going to sleep a lot.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to stop.
Cullen, you're inspiring a whole new episode of Ask Us Anything, a revision episode.
Okay. Staying on the subject of sleep, to reach the conclusion that adult humans need about 8 hours of sleep per night, researchers did a number of bizarre experiments, one of which they purposely deprived participants of increasing hours of sleep each night for about 2 weeks and had them take cognitive tests each morning afterwards. That sounds terrible. The researchers determined that to be the cognitive equivalent of being legally drunk, humans would need to spend how many nights fully awake with no sleep? So to be cognitively drunk, how many nights do you have to pull an all-nighter? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Superstar candy bar. That sounds absolutely awful.
Don't it?
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't like taking tests after a full night of sleep, let alone
I don't like taking tests at all.
3, 4 days awake.
I've done some 24-hour streams, and you can get pretty loopy real quick. So
I really liked your last 24-hour stream.
Oh, it was a hoot.
It was. We had a good time. Oh, Claire, how many days do you have to go?
Just one. One night of no sleep makes you cognitively drunk.
Wow. That is fewer than I thought it would be.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, YouTube sensation The Try Guys did this, and Huffpuff Ducks said they watched that video, and that's how they found out the answer.
That's amazing.
Yeah. We'll have to invite them onto the show, Cullen. We'll bring Claire back, and we'll find out what it was like being cognitively drunk.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Humans have a pretty wide range of heights, with the shortest folks reaching heights of only a few feet and the tallest people with heights of more than 7 feet tall. As we explain on Ask Anything, we aren't really sure why humans reached the heights they did, but despite these outliers, most people fall into a fairly typical range of heights. mostly between 5 and 6 feet tall. What is the average height for an adult woman in the United States? 5'3", 5'4", 5'5", or 5'6"?
I don't like this one. I'll change my answer 5 times.
The sad part is I looked this up like not too long ago and I don't remember. And now I'm relying on old music to remind me. So he won Sir Mix-a-Lot.
See, you're tall though. I feel like, for those of us around this height level, like it could be anything.
Right. Yeah, I am 6'2", so there's
that.
Oh wow. So tall.
Yeah, don't believe the height. There's nothing fun up here. It's great.
Claire, what's the answer?
5'4".
Oh, come on, let's go.
It's my height. I feel very cool for being average.
Switched it last minute. It's 5'4.444. Anyway, no.
Wait, is it
no,
is it 5'4"?
It is 5'4".
Ignore the incorrect answer that you're seeing. That's somebody must have programmed it incorrectly. It could have been literally any of us. But it's been fixed on the back end. So if you put 5'4", you got that point. And if you put 5'5", I'm sorry, you did not.
Oh.
Sorry.
I have a blue check next to my name, Jason. Don't take it away from me.
It's too late, Cullen. It's already been taken away.
Okay.
So yeah, don't believe in what Baby Got Back says. If only she's 5'3". It's not 5'4". They're moving up in the world.
Yeah. Claire Maldarelli, what is question number 8?
My favorite question, because there's a lot of diseases here. All right. One thing is on everyone's mind these days: vaccines. For 1 point each, name up to 10 of the 13 most common childhood diseases that young kids and babies get vaccinated against. Wow, this sounds harder than I expected now that I'm doing it myself. And I love diseases.
The timer is rolling, folks. So how many diseases can you name? And don't forget to hit that submit answers button down at the bottom of your sheet.
I should do better on this one.
Yeah, you have kids.
I have. Yeah, there's so many of them. There's.
Gotta make sure I can spell some of these right. Oh my goodness.
So don't worry about spelling, because our system can account for certain autocorrects as needed. Just don't forget to hit that submit answers button. That's the most important thing.
Wow, this is very stressful. I think I'm just gonna submit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 6.
I didn't even get them all, and I came up with them.
Okay, Claire, can you name the vaccines, the viruses against that we would be vaccinating against? Okay,
so the ones that I put down, I'll go through first, is hepatitis A, hepatitis B, diphtheria. I don't even truly know what diphtheria. Well, no, I do. It's bad. Tetanus, whooping cough, polio, influenza, chickenpox, which back when I was a kid in the 90s, we just got chickenpox, measles, mumps, rubella, meningitis, and HPV.
Goodness.
Zigalicious. I just put hepatitis. We're too picky. I apologize. It's two different diseases that need to be vaccinated against. Claire, thank you. This was a very informative round. I feel like I have learned a lot. I have many fewer questions to ask you now.
You're welcome, Jason.
But if I do have questions that I would like to ask for a future episode of your podcast, where can I send them?
Yes, you can send them to ask@popsci.com, and we will almost certainly do an episode about it. I have faith in you all.
Send your questions to Claire.
I certainly learned a ton, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Cullen, we are at the halfway point of our show, and I understand that you have a mini game for us.
I do have a mini game. So it's a wordplay game, and it's intended for people to answer in the chat. Okay, so Jason, you're a big fan of before and after, and so I thought if you hear some knocking, it's my 5-year-old, who I don't know where my wife is, but my 5-year-old is trying to break the door down. Anyway, so I'm a little distracted right now. So it is a before and after and after and after and after and after, or a chain of things that tie in together. So we like to give the example of a train station in New York and then a green space in New York to form your first one. And so that would be Grand Central and Central Park. But in a chain of 5, I'm going to say, I need to pause for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
Jason, fill in a little time, and then I'll be right back.
Okay, I can do that. So, seek, let me ask you, as long as I've got you here.
Of course.
Right, we're going to get into this a little bit later. But you are a runner, as we've discussed with your medals. Claire, you are also a runner, as we've discussed. I'm wondering if either of you has a particularly favorite race or a memory during running, and if you would mind sharing that with us.
Ooh. Ladies first, yeah.
Okay. I guess last year or 2 years ago now, what is time during COVID? The New York City Marathon. It was like just... the crowds were just crazy cool, and it was in my hometown, so I loved it. And my first marathon, my family made this sign for me that said cannolis at the finish, and then there were no cannolis at the finish. And I was so mad that this time they bought cannolis for me.
That is the ultimate betrayal, but I'm glad they made up for it.
You can't play with runners' food at the end. Goodness.
You really cannot. You really cannot.
Seek, do you have a favorite run before we get into our before and after and after and after and after?
Right, I do. So the Broad Street run here in Philly is the largest 10-miler in the country, and it goes straight down Broad Street, and you go through a bunch of cool landmarks. And one of the sweetest moments is when it's about mile 3, and it's at Temple Hospital. And for those who are able, they wheel out some of the patients who are there more long term, and they're always out there looking for high fives. And so I run over there, I give all of them high fives, and I'm just like, and now like I'm getting emotional and about to tear up. I'm like, I gotta focus on breathing. I gotta keep going for another 6 miles. It's such a cool moment to see like a bunch of the people in the city come together.
That's amazing and wonderful, and I hope that everyone who is watching gets to experience moments like those, high fives and cannolis during and after your runs.
Don't treat your runner friends out of food. Yeah, please treat them.
Please. As somebody who's run one race, do it. Cullen, you're back.
I'm back. I missed a little. I caught enough of it, but I missed the early part. But the game is to put 5 clues together into a phrase that uses the words as one end. So Central Park then would become another one. So the example would be a train station in Manhattan, a green space in Manhattan, a street or thoroughfare between Madison and Lexington, another name for 6th Avenue, and then a territory with the capital Pago Pago. So this is just the example. I'll let you think through it, but it's Grand Central, Central Park, Park Avenue, Avenue of the Americas, America Samoa. And we could add a Girl Scout flavor at the end if you wanted a Samoa cookie at the end. Although I think they're now caramel delights. I think I was trying to research all of that earlier to even add more. But here is the game. It's movies. And so last week on the show, we had a joke that went on too long about Bill Murray because somebody spelled, instead of ending with a Y, ended with a T, and we all thought that Bill Murat was kind of funny. So anyway, it wasn't funny, but it made us laugh. We're going to do, it's 5 movies, and they are going to run together. Their one name will flow into another name. All right, and you can solve this together. And so I'll start giving you some clues. But the best part is that it's and please play in the chat. So it's 5 movies, and the first and the 5th movie are Bill Murray movies. All right, so that's your first clue. All right, so here are the years and the genre. So our first one is a 1993 comedy, followed by a 2004 disaster film, followed by a 2015 science fiction film, then a 2009 fantasy comedy, and a 2003 drama. All right, so those are your clues. In terms of the movies, again, 93 comedy is 1. A 2004 disaster film is number 2. A science fiction 2015 film, 2009 fantasy comedy, and a 2003 drama. So the chat can help. You can work through this together. Huff Puff is on a roll. Huff Puff is moving well.
So Huff Puff, first is Groundhog Day, and then the second is Day After Tomorrow.
So then it'd be tomorrow something.
So Cullen, what is the clue for number 3?
2015 science fiction film. George Clooney was in it.
Tomorrowland?
Maybe.
Ooh.
And Huff Puff has solved potentially the 5th one. Can you tie it together, Huff Puffed Up?
And sorry, Cullen, what was clue number 4?
Clue number 4 is a 2009 fantasy comedy. Billy McBride is in it.
So would that be? And I'm definitely using Huff Puff Duck's hint. They said 5th is lost in translation, so 4th could be Land of the Lost. So Claire, Seek, would either of you care to try to tie this all together?
Oh boy.
It's a lot.
So all the clues are out there, and I think all of the movies have been mentioned. So you just have to string it together.
So Groundhog Day, After Tomorrow, Land of the Lost in translation.
There you go. A Bill Murray sandwich. 5 movies in the movie chain. And you did it as a group. Thank you, chat. Thank you, team. And that's our middle middle round.
Rolled off the tongue.
Right.
Second, I'd like to call it Cullen Deers to hear of his 5-year-old comes back and a little bit more of your time. So
it was perfect. It was perfect,
thanks
Cullen,
for playing along. All right, so let's get to the actual trivia question. Unlike a question and answer, my round is focused on Olympics. So I know we have some runners with us today, and so I wanted to pose the following question. If Jason, you'd like to bring it up so everyone can see it.
It is live.
All right. So while delayed a year, the Summer Olympics are slated to happen in Tokyo this year. Who were the host cities for the 10 most recent Summer Olympic Games? You can put them in any order. And your hint is that 2 are from North America, 2 are from Asia, 4 from Europe, and then 2 are from other continents. Now, remember the Olympics, unlike the World Cup, it's a host city. So Japan is not the host. It is Tokyo this coming year. And we put 2 minutes on the clock for you to think through it. The team here, if you can play as individuals, or if you want to work through it together, it might be something that the 3 of you try to solve while other people are solving it as well. I don't mind for a little banter as you think through it. But you're trying to come up with 10 cities. You got 2 minutes to do it. It can be in any order. and that would be I think over the last that'd be 40 years. So over the last 40 years, what 10 cities? Best of luck.
Okay, well, there's one in
Ooh.
South Korea that I forget the name of. Oh no, maybe that's the Winter Olympics.
Oh, yeah, so we're only doing
This
summer,
is-
right? Okay.
Summer. Oh boy.
Okay.
Was
And I'm sorry,
Atlanta one of them?
Cullen, you want the three of us to play as a team together?
Yeah, you can play as a team. I mean, I think
Okay.
a little banter. If those
Yeah.
those playing along on the answer sheet, I know it is a trivia game, but it might be fun to hear Jason and Claire and Seek work through this
Yeah,
together.
Atlanta was definitely one.
Yeah.
That was
Um,
92. Oh, you did 93 or 96.
London 2012,
Oh duh.
The Rio in 16.
Rio.
good one.
Um,
Who hosted in 2018?
2008.
in
Wait,
2018. 18's Winter Olympics. That was Pyongyang.
Oh, you're right.
yeah. So 2008, right?
2008.
2008. Yeah.
Was that Sydney?
Sydney.
Sydney. Yeah.
Sydney might have been 2000, but it's definitely in there.
Definitely in there.
2000s was. Wait. 2000s was Athens because they redid it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Athens. We've got about 25 seconds left.
Oh,
Just
were there
for-
any? So 2 from North America. All we have is Atlanta, right?
Los Angeles.
LA.
88, I think.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll take it. We have probably time for one more.
Are we missing any? We're missing Europe, right? So a few in.
We are, but I would advise you to hit the submit button.
I submitted,
Timer's about
Jason.
to
I freaked
answer.
out.
I also submitted. All right, Cullen, our 2 minutes are up.
All right, so I was making a list of your combined, and it looks like you got Los Angeles, London, Atlanta, Rio, Sydney, and Athens. So you got 6 of them there. Claire was talking about South Korea, but you kind of just didn't. You left it there. You left her, didn't complete it, and just say Seoul.
Oh.
I wrote down
Seoul
Seoul.
was one of them.
Claire
And
stuck in
then-
that extra point for herself.
2008 it was a pretty big Olympics that happened in China, in
Beijing.
Beijing.
Dang.
And then the European one you were missing was Barcelona.
Mm.
That was 96, or no, that was not 90. Yeah, 96. 92 was Atlanta, or maybe I'm getting them switched. And then maybe the tough one, 1980 Olympics were in Moscow.
Moscow.
Yeah. But you did well. You I think with a little bit more time, you get 8 or 9 of them.
Well, we got 6. Claire got 7, apparently.
Yeah, the 6 would have been great. I was so busy racking my brain, I didn't type any in.
Claire's just like, she's listening. She's just like, I don't have time. Time to share this knowledge.
Like, they'll still figure it out, right?
Now, Cullen, we are a part of the Trivialist Network. There are plenty of other shows on twitch.tv/thetrivialist that are lovely, including the movie show, the movie quiz, which happens every Wednesday. Chris Mann hosts the movie quiz and is here tonight saying Barcelona was in 92. It was the first dream team.
Ah, that's right.
Mm.
Trivia man.
And Seek getting called out in the comments because he loves the dream team, but didn't get Barcelona.
Sure didn't get Barcelona. I love the dream team, just don't know where to play it, you know.
Oh.
But it's just as humans. I think they're great.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Oh, Cullen, that was a very good question.
Thank you. I'm excited to maybe see some track and field this year. I hope.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right. So that's the round. And Jason, you mentioned earlier of funny segments, and since Chris is joining us, so TMQ, the movie quiz, it's tmq.thetrivialist.com. It takes place on Wednesdays at 7:00. And they have a bit. They have 2 bits, or maybe even more than that. But I think there's a running gag where he has to tie the movie Airplane into at least one of his questions every single night. So I think at some point it's gonna get a little rough, but, but it's been pretty fun to watch him tie that in. And then he brings on a guest every week. I think week 1 it was Vision. Vision joined. And then yeah, we'll see. And then last week it was one of the Matrix twins. The joined it. So just somebody, or maybe the real Matrix twin, I don't know, in a costume, I think. And but it's a funny little bit. It's a fun show. So check it out if you get a chance.
All right, says we'll see. Yeah, we'll see about tomorrow. He says.
Nice.
Before we move on to round number 4, let's take a quick look at the leaderboard. It's been a while since we've looked. And so we have in 5th place, tied with 15 points each, BRB, Plotting My Fourth Husband's Tragic Accidental Death, and seeKKandPHInd. In 4th place with 17 points, it's Claire.
Yeah.
Tied for 2nd place with 18 points each, it's Squirtle Squad and Home Alone. And it looks like we had some differences of opinions because Squirtle Squad also taking that 1st place slot. So maybe some infighting. Maybe they only answered on one team, but something going on with Squirtle Squad. Let us know in the chat. Cullen, you and I are down in the bottom. You are tied for 7th place with 10 points. I'm in 10th place with 9 points. So we're not even worth mentioning anymore. Is basically what I'm saying.
But you chose to mention us.
But yeah, again, it's my ego. That's the problem. We're let me take a break for just 1 second here. So getting some people saying they didn't get points for their Olympic question. Folks, don't forget you have to hit the submit answer button at the bottom of each question in order to get those points. Our system is really good, but you need to hit that submit button if you're going to get those points.
True life.
I can correct for a couple of things, like people who wrote Rio instead of Rio de Janeiro. I can get you that point. That's about the best I can
Jason,
do.
I don't think you've moved to the. I think you have to hit next for it to be compiled. I don't think it's actually.
Oh, I didn't hit the score button. That's the problem.
Jason.
Oh
my.
But as a reminder, please do hit the submit button. Okay, let's rescore. Now you should have gotten your points.
It looks good. I like the breakdown here. So yeah, we get London and Atlanta and Rio. We're the top. Only one. It looks like one team got 9, and also one team got Moscow. So I think that based on the chat, the team that said they got 9 but forgot Moscow, they must have got anyway. Somebody knew Moscow but couldn't get the other ones. Seoul, Barcelona, finishing near the bottom. Well done. Good playing, everybody. Looks like a lot of people got 6, 7, 8, or 9.
Yes. That has, by the way, changed the leaderboard.
A little bit.
A little bit. So with tied for 3rd with 24 points each, it's Claire and one of the Squirtle squads with 25 points. In 2nd place, it's Home Alone. And in 1st place with 27 points, it is the other Squirtle squad. So that has definitely made a marked difference. Cullen, I'm not going to say where you and I are, but I will say you not playing a 10-point question definitely helped my score.
I was certainly not allowed to answer anything there. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm ready for, I'm going to climb up. Here's my last 10 points coming at you.
All right. Seek, this is your round number 4 coming up. And as previously mentioned, you are an avid runner. So this round is called Run, which makes sense. So let's move into round number 4 now.
Sounds good to me. Let's go.
All right.
So not only running, but in this question, I think it's kind of great. We're talking about music, particularly our buddies Run DMC. Their cover of what Aerosmith song charted higher than the original? Don't Want to Miss a Thing, Walk This Way, Dream On, or Love in an Elevator?
Living one up when I'm going down.
Cullen famously likes to sing songs so that we get DMCA'd. but sing them poorly enough that we don't.
Right.
So it's all about that fine balance. Oh, Zigalicious 26 just rocking to this song earlier. Seek, what song was Zigalicious rocking to?
Well, of course, we know we're talking about that wonderful song, Walk This Way. It peaked at number 4 on the Billboard charts, where Aerosmith peaked at 46.
Wow. That's good knowledge there. I do want to hear Run DMC Don't Want to Miss a Thing, though.
Right? Oh, man. That's on the beat.
There will be something about an animal cracker. That's all I know. And anyway, I love that.
Like,
Anyway, I never want to hear that song again.
Oh man. All right, so I guess we're going to question number 2. So we're talking about the Running Utes. They are a men's basketball team at the University of what state? A NCAA Division I school, since we're in March Madness right now. Which I don't know about you guys. My brackets shambles. But
It's
I truly have no idea.
yeah, my bracket, if it existed, I'm sure would look terrible. But as athletic and sporty as I am, somehow I forgot to fill out a bracket this year. Just like every other year where I've forgotten to fill out a bracket.
oh man.
I went to Texas Tech, and they finished. They were the runner-up 2 years ago, and but they were quickly eliminated this year. So not good. So I'm kind of just over the tournament now. My wife went to Duke, and it's just not helping this year for college basketball in our household.
Fair enough. Well, in this particular game, I mean, we'd be going to the University of Utah.
Oh, I put Nebraska. It was the first state I could think of.
Yeah, you had a 1 in 50 shot if you didn't know it.
Right, yeah. Theoretically.
The Running Utes.
Right. About 47%. Nice. We love to see it.
Yeah.
And, well, since we're still talking about running, we're going to talk about the marathon, a distance I never want to run again. But Euclid Kikoji holds the record for the world's fastest marathon, coming in at 2 hours, 1 second, and 39 milliseconds. That's about roughly my half marathon time. Which African nation is he from, though? Is he from Kenya, Nigeria, Ethiopia, or Ghana?
It's roughly my mile time.
Yeah, I think my best half was like 2:06. So I was like, okay, so
Listen,
already in the car. He's in the car on the way home.
He's got his cannoli.
Right. He went home and made cannolis while oh my goodness.
All right. Seek, where is he from?
Well, not only him, but 5 of the last 6 marathoners have all been from Kenya. So and the 5th fastest marathoner, Haile Kerbalowski, is from Ethiopia and broke his own record in 2008 after setting in 2007. Fun fact.
Wow.
Yeah, I went Ethiopia.
He is the one. He is the one.
Yeah, because I knew it because they have a big ride. It's obviously Kenyans have been ruling the event for a long time, but I thought that anyway. Obviously overthought it. Didn't work out for me.
True. All right, so we're going into question number 4. What dance move did Janet Jackson do in the music video Rhythm Nation? Great song. Getting notoriety in the late 80s. And it also has been done in recent years by both Britney Spears and Scarlett Johansson. You know how Britney Spears and Scarlett Johansson are known for their b-boy abilities. Yes.
Yeah. I've got some dance moves of my own. I've got the shopping cart.
Yes.
And I've got the Jewish dad at a bar mitzvah.
I need all those at the wedding, please.
Yeah. Okay. Deal. But that's all I got. Those are the two moves.
All great dances, but in this case, we are looking for the Running Man.
Oh,
Big shot. Oh, 29%. Okay, very cool. Very cool.
Some of the other answers that came in for that, by the way, were Moonwalk,
Ooh.
Slide,
Ooh.
The Crybaby, and
We're doing great. We're doing great. Remember,
yeah, we're all wonderful.
or the category is run, run, run. So as we go into question 5, and we're gonna be moving at the speed of sound as we're talking about Sonic. Which of the following was not a playable character in 2015 side-scroller mobile game Sonic Runners? So Hero Chow, Halloween Shadow, Christmas Sonic, or Gothic Amy. All of these could be names of my alternative rock band. So
Gothic Amy is awesome.
Right.
I thought it said Gothic Army for a minute, and I was like, "Oh damn!"
Always, I'm today years old when I found out Sonic had a side-scrolling mobile game. So
Yeah, and in fact, the second one that I think was not released in the U.S., but it was released in Russia. So if you time traveled to the 1980 Moscow Olympics with your smartphone, you could have played it there.
Right. So in this case, we're talking about Hero Chow. The answer.
I just felt that Halloween Shadow, that
same.
On Halloween you dress up as other things. So anyway.
Zigalicious letting us know that Gothic Amy is definitely in the next Pitch Perfect movie.
True life. We love
Gothic Amy here at Quiz Night America.
Yes, we stand.
We stand.
Oh my goodness. So going to question number 6. So not only running in life, but in politics. So Georgia recently had a runoff election, sending Raphael Warnock and what former documentary producer to the United States Senate as their state's representatives.
Got this one.
Oh, pull current events. Oh.
I got nothing. I was trying to come up with something clever to be like, Claire, let me ask you this question, and it's the exact same question, which is just repeating what Seek said. That's not helping anybody. Seek, what is this senator's name?
Well, Reverend Raphael Warnock got a lot of play, but we were looking for John Ossoff.
Oh, right. Him.
Yeah.
That was a little too close to Arrested Development.
Great chat.
Egg?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, so I guess we're going on to question number 7, and then so we're back in the sports arena. Many athletes compete across disciplines and events, but Canadian Clara Hughes is the only person ever to have won multiple medals in both the Summer and Winter Olympics. What events did she participate in? Is it cycling and bobsledding, athletics and bobsledding, softball and ice hockey, or cycling and speed skating? Let me see.
I was so confident with my answer, even though I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm gonna guess that one. I'm gonna guess this one.
I think I know what happened there. Up Duck is like, what does that have to do with running?
I think somebody, again, it could have been any of us,
anyone on this world.
Any single one of us named Jason could have messed this up.
Those that tuned in last week, we had a Canadian
Had a
Yes.
distinct advantage.
that wrote a question about Canadians that may be carried over to today's episode. I don't know.
It's literally impossible to know.
The world will never know. This is one of those mysteries that go on cold case years later. You know?
All right. Let's see what question 8 has to ask, if it's the correct question or not. Nope.
But we're asking anyway.
Well, yeah, go ahead. Let's see those of us who were not here last week.
Canada, great country, as a Commonwealth realm, is a sovereign state with Queen Elizabeth II as its monarch and head of state. What is the official title of the Queen's appointed representative in Canada, who carries out her constitutional and ceremonial duties? Is it the Viceroy of Canada, the Governor General of Canada, the Lieutenant Governor of Canada, or the Sovereign Delegate of Canada?
I think this could be our bit. Is asking us each week to read
how did Jason mess it up this week?
Well, see, I think that was very well delivered.
I'm here for you guys.
It's those smooth, dulcet tones letting us know that that maybe this was wrong, but we're just gonna go with it, and it's okay. I will ask the real questions. We'll play right here and let people play in the chat to see if they can get the real answers for questions 7 and 8. Let's go ahead and score question 8. Seek, what is the name of the head of Canada?
Oh, it's definitely the Governor General of Canada.
Perfect. I love it. Let's ask these questions.
Okay.
So the real question number 7 is, or Seek, do you want to ask them? I suppose you should ask them. This is still your round.
Oh, yeah, I can pull. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So, still right. We're along the Toronto Blue Jays player Paul Molitor, which New York Yankees holds the record for most runs scored during a single World Series. Is A, Reggie Jackson, B, Lou Gehrig, D, Darryl Strawberry, wonderful name, and D, Babe Ruth.
Claire, I know you're a big Yankees fan. Do you know which Yankee holds the record for most runs scored during a single World Series? So not a game, but the whole World Series itself.
I'm gonna go with Lou Gehrig.
Seek.
And that's a great answer there.
Not correct.
And you would be just one off. It's A. It's gonna be Reggie Jackson.
And what was the real question 8?
Right, talking about again, the category is running. So elements of what 1939 movie appear as a motif in the 1994 music video for Blues Travelers' Runaround?
Oh, wait a minute. I was doing the Chariots of Fire scene, and then I thought, wait a minute, there's no way that movie's from 1939.
Oh, see, here's the problem, and not a problem, it's a good thing, but we have the host of the movie quiz playing along with us tonight. And so he knows when you say a 1939 film.
He's like, you have my attention.
It's the Wizard of Oz.
Sure is.
Yeah. Zigalicious reminding us that Reggie Jackson is named Mr. October for a reason, scoring all those World Series runs.
Nice.
Yeah, but let's take a look at our final leaderboard, folks, for the evening. In first place tonight, it's probably not a surprise to anybody. It's Squirtle Squad with 35 points. Well done to you.
We love.
We've also got Home Alone in second place with 30 points on Team Cullen. The other Squirtle Squad in third place with 29 points. The Petite Cougans
Nailed it.
On Team Seek Also, Huff Puff Duck on Team Seek, 27 points each. Claire with 25 points. BRB plotting my fourth husband's tragic accidental death with 24 points. I had 20 points, as did Zigalicious. Cullen had 18. Seek had 17. And that is it for folks who played through our game this evening. So, folks, well done, everybody.
What?
Queens. It's pronounced Queens.
And I feel good.
So,
I feel in my heart I had 23. So in my heart I had 23 points. So I'll take it.
That's you were gonna get those last two. Easily. You were
it's the
and
Olympic
also
question.
the other 4 as well. Yes. Good game, everybody. Let me do a couple of quick plugs before we go. Number one, thank you, Claire Maldarelli. Thank you, Seek and Find. You can find Claire's hosting Pop Size. Ask anything or ask us anything, Claire.
Ask us anything. Ask
us
anything for
anything.
short.
Got it. You can find it anywhere that you get podcasts. Seek and Find is on Twitch at twitch.tv/seekandfind. We are here, Quiz Night America, part of the Trivialist Network, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. You can tune in and please follow us on Twitch and find us everywhere on social media at The Trivialist. That's the Trivia, LIST, to see all of our updates. Thank you all for playing. If you're feeling particularly generous tonight, we do have a tip button that just helps us to keep this programming going, to be able to afford all of this lovely software and things like that. If you want to Venmo us directly, you can do so by finding us at Trivialist on Venmo. We also have the credit card widget that you can see on your screen. And now, before I go, Cullen, should we give out some awards tonight?
Sure.
Do we have awards to give out tonight?
We don't have awards. We
don't have awards in this version. So normally we have some awards to give away, but this is a new version of the software.
You're an honorary Canadian. You get the honorary Canadian award. Claire, you are declared a healthy person.
Yes.
And there are cannolis on the other side of your door.
Do not promise Claire that. She will come after you, Cullen.
And Jason, you win the award for editing the trivia.
Incredible. Cullen, I'd like to give you the award for bluest hat this evening. Congratulations.
Yeah,
no problem. Bluest hat and most disruptions from a 5-year-old. Yeah. Both of those awards. So
I really think he was going to break the door.
Next time, just let him in.
I should have. He's a much better host than I am.
You said that. You said that, not me.
Yeah, it's a low bar. But thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Seek. Thank you, Claire. Good to see you, Jason.
Absolutely.
Good to see you as well, Colin.
Let's do this again next week.
Absolutely. We'll be back here next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for another game of Quiz Night America. Thank you, everybody.